people, when they see you, they want three things. One of the three things. They either want to see more of you, less of you, or they're indifferent. In my opinion, you got to learn when people want to see less of you more than anything. Because when we are only focusing on signs that they like us, we tend to get confused, because a lot of the times people who don't like us also show signs that they like us. You get what I'm saying? So that tends to be confusing. When you're a hopeless romantic, or are walking around in deep pain, or looking for a savior in a relationship, and they show you that they don't like you, your need to believe that they're the one will call, especially if you start like having fantasies about them. Because a lot of times when we meet people, we tend to have a type of ideal relationship we want. And if they kind of look like it, our brains will literally start to like hope that it is true. Like, oh my God, they have this trait, they have this trait, you know, they have this they have this trait, they have this trait. And you start to hype them up in your mind, right? And this hyping them up in your mind, whenever you get signs that they don't like you, because humans have a strong will or need to believe, you'll start to lie to yourself and forget the negative signs. Because if you just lie to yourself, you could just live in a fantasy world. And then this is the thing. We love to lie to ourselves, because lies are fun. Lies are pretty. Lies are things that we could just play around with in our minds, especially if somebody gives us a good lie. So when we think that they're the one and they show signs of disinterest, your brain will literally, because it's so freaking biased, because of the confirmation bias, it'll disregard the negative signs. It's just focused on the positive signs. And if this happens long enough, and God forbid it works once, it'll be your almost your permanent way of looking at the world, where we call that the childlike perspective. In other words, when children are born, they tend to see their parents as amazing creatures, as all powerful. And the reason why kids do that is because they tend to exaggerate their parents' positive traits and diminish the negative traits, so that they can feel at ease in their presence and not feel stressed, so that then they can develop as children. We call that the naive perspective. And the problem is that some people never get out of that naive perspective. They grow up and start to see people from one point of view, from one perspective, and not understand that life is a contradiction. That people have contradicting qualities. And so whenever they get disappointed by someone, whenever they see signs that are negative, what people will do is that they'll literally ignore the negative signs. Just like politicians, if you have a politician and he's not good, but the other politician that's going to win is a threat to democracy, for example, I don't know what that's saying, you literally, if the politician you're rooting for kick the baby, you'll literally forget about him kicking the baby, because you don't want this person to win. So in your mind, when you think of him, you're never going to think of the kicking of the baby thing. You're going to erase it. In fact, if the other side says, yo, the guy you're rooting for kicked the baby, you're going to say, what are you talking about? Yeah, he kicked the baby, but that baby deserved it. He's a nice guy. Like literally, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful with our mental eraser when we like someone, because then it'll put us in like honestly, the worst situations I've been in is because of me breaking this rule, not focusing on the negative and only focus. By the way, we're gonna go to a quick little commercial break. I'm just letting you guys know we have one-on-one coaching calls with Father Alex that are confidential and nobody finds out about it, right? The only time I tell stories is when clients give me the verbal permission, but generally speaking, one-on-one calls are private. Nobody knows about them. I have 60-minute calls, 45-minute calls, 30-minute calls, 15-minute calls, 10-minute calls, 5-minute calls, people. Yeah, that's right. I got everything. And usually when people call me, their problem gets resolved. I'm not kidding with you. I'm asking for testimonials, because I don't ask for testimonials, but I'm gonna start asking for them. And what you'll notice from a lot of them is that they get the solution in the call. Okay? I mean, a lot of the times, I shouldn't say this, it really doesn't take too long. So if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, it's violent. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, well, that's kind of violent too. Click in the description down below where it says work with Father Alex, and you could book a one-on-one coaching call. You could book a call with me today. Yeah, that's right, people. Whatever's going on, even if you don't have a problem, if you met someone and you like them, don't fuck it up. Book a call with me, or else they're going to break up with you. But consistently, when people don't like us, when people like us, they rarely, if ever, show signs that they don't like us. But when people like us, they do show signs that they like us. Why? Because a lot of the times they try to they try to soften the blow, right? They know they're hurting your ego. They know you like them. They know that you're in love with them, but they don't want to hurt you. So they cloak their signs of dislike with signs of liking you, right? As a way to soften the blow. But what happens with that is that it makes it more confusing. So how do you decipher it? It's very simple. If they like you, there's no confusion. You don't have to watch my channel. You don't have to go to Reddit. You don't feel confused or stressed out. If they don't like you, there's confusion, there's uncertainty, there's anxiety. But also, when they like you, you notice that there's no change in energy. You see, I want you to be able to feel people's energy, not look at the signs. And you can sense there's an energy shift when somebody stops liking us. You notice you tend to see different facial expressions. Their tone of voice has a different intonation. The way they look at you is a little different. And they're all little things that gives an impression, that gives a vibe to people, right? So that's the first thing. You gotta be able to know when somebody doesn't like your ass. Above every sign in the universe. All right, if you guys enjoy these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice and how to improve your emotional life, to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called the Masculine Man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy, to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.